Back at the Ambassador's Spelt Wrong Hotel, we learn that little Bing Boy sleeps pressed up into the corner of the wall by the ceiling. Not hanging like a bat as vampires are sometimes depicted as doing, just pressed into the corner. Kinda odd.
Why didn't you tell me that Chung-Yi's apprentice was a gigantic reptile?
We said she was deformed.
Deformed?!
If Van Mee was surprised by Venus's appearance, she sure hid it well, and what difference did that make to what happened? You vamp idiots just jumped into a trap. Chi-Chu bursts in saying she tailed Bonesteel back to his moronic lair and sired him. Just kidding, that could potentially be useful, so she did nothing to him.
We shall watch him. He may lead us to the Turtle Shinobi.
What was that? Who in the hell was that?
I'm guessing they didn't shoot or lost the footage of the vampire girl laughing, so we just have an awkward, overblown laugh happening off-screen to no reaction.
He looks like a canned ham.
Does it, Donatello? Looks like a crappily painted prop to me. Venus finds the scrolls of stuff I probably should have actually told you about from Master Chunghead and learns about the heart and how she's supposed to stop Van Mee from getting it back. A supposedly important quest to stop an evil vampire is something you just write in your diary and hope that someone bothers to read it. Though, I don't know how this drawing contains any vampire instructions at all.
Whoopsie! Get it?
Why does the heart make little creature noises? How would it even do that? Would it seriously paint this show to try not be juvenile moronic almost every second? I don't understand why Van Mee can seemingly make her heart do little hops pointlessly around either. You think if she can feel it out at all, it would lead her to its exact location, but nah. Wow, Master Splinter is so great. He stood there with a jar and the heart happened to jump into it.
Well done, Master.
Vampire heart. Very tricky.
I had to use my ultimate lazy move on it.
Mark my words, Alice. Nobody busts a Bonesteel trap. There will be retribution.
Wow, that Bonesteel sure does seem like a lethal threat now. Good job, show. Ha ha, sheep noises for no reason. I love how this show has no respect for the audience in the slightest. Bonesteel smells Bing, I guess, because of his fart cloud breath? I don't know.
I have hunted and staked you bloodsuckers in 15 countries on 7 continents.
You know, in every generation there is a slayer. Truly the saddest generation got Bonesteel the Vampire Slayer.
Transylvania, Burbank, all the zombie capitals.
I always look for vampires in the zombie capitals.
So, instead of slaying Bing and putting him out of our misery, Bonesteel just tells him to get lost because he's gonna hunt the turtles instead of vampires right now. Overall, a rather useless exchange. I know, shocking.
It's beating normally. I'd say it's healthy.
I'd like to get a second opinion, Dr. Donatello.
Everything's relative. Yo! Who raised you? Wolves?
What the hell is this shit? Who is anyone anymore? Now, Leonardo is the doofus goofing off, and Michelangelo is the one scolding him. Watching this show is just so taxing. It really is.
What are we gonna do with the vibrating Valentine?
What am I watching?
My shinobi scrolls are no help. All this says is that destroying a vampire is a spirit test.
You mean Master Good-for-Nothing up to the second he died left vague, useless instructions on hunting the vampires? The devil, you say?
I say we give the nasty thing back to the vampires.
You joke!
I'm serious.
Yep, the turtles now not only don't want to stop the villains, they actively want to help them. That's the plot.
What do we care? Vampires don't bite turtles.
Asses who only care about themselves in a half shell.
Besides, the thing stinks like rotten fish.
You can't do that.
Well, you know, it would be nice to get back to our normal lives.
I mean, look at how disrupted they've been with us regularly breaking into a skate park and playing frisbee in the park all the time. We hardly have enough time to come home and do some complaint eating.
Raph has a point. We don't interfere in the affairs of humans. Vampires are a human problem.
You really gotta commend Saban for creating possibly the least likable version of the Ninja Turtles ever. I mean, there's good ways to tell a story where the turtles get disillusioned with humans and realize they can't tackle everything, but this just feels like they don't want to help cause they're lazy.
Would you dishonor Venus by asking her to break her shinobi vows?
That's the only reason to stop the vampires. Venus has a duty or something. Who cares if people die?
I'm not a shinobi.
Yes, you are, you fucking doofus. A shinobi is a ninja. The show just thinks they aren't the same thing for some reason.
Vampires are enemies to whatever thinks and feels and loves.
I ain't buying it, Dig. I hate Splinter.
You gotta love that respect Raph has for his sensei.
I've rented enough horror movies. Vampires drink human blood.
Great logic, Raph. I watched a movie once, so now I know how they work. Besides, your turtle blood might actually be part human too, based on whatever way you idiots are supposed to have mutated in this series. Also, the vampires could just be into turtle blood anyway. Who knows?
It's a human problem, not ours.
My heart is aching.
Get a grip, Remy.
Hey, get a grip.
You know it's bad when Bing is looking down on you.
Why did you wake me? Why didn't you rescue my heart and bring it to me in China?
It's good when your plot is so flawed the characters point it out and have no good reason for it.
I'm running out of time and it's all your fault.
But then me. We missed you.
This would actually make way more sense if Bing and Chi-Chu just wanted to destroy Vammy. Now, this next scene really just sums up the pure essence of this show.
Sweet.
Trash is sweet, the next Mutation motto. You know, I wondered at first why the garbage was talking here, but after looking super closely, I found out that Bonesteel was actually in this scene. He just blended in with that surrounding so well, it was hard to tell him apart from the rest of the trash.
It's all so terrible, terrible, terrible.
If something stupid isn't happening, how will the audience know our utter contempt for them? Wow, how are they making the heart move there? Cinematic wonder. So, despite Raph being the one who is leading the charge on Plan Help the Villains earlier, it's Michelangelo who has to wake him up to actually go do it.
If you don't go now, it's another day with that heart. Give it back to the Hoodoo family.
This is probably the most proactive the Turtles have been in this series, and it's in service to evil. Honestly, it makes sense at this point.
This vampire heart's going home.
I'd love to know where Raph thinks he's going, though. They don't know where the vampire's lair is. Is he just gonna search all of New York for vampires?
Well, go on. Beat it.
Oh, no. He's just gonna go to a random alleyway and dump the heart. And that ends up being sort of close to the vampires because this show rewards stupidity. Anyway, Vammy has broken into a medical center and is drinking plasma, which makes her drunk. Yes, really.
Better to have no heart at all than a disloyal heart. No, immortality is just another word for pain.
Why does plasma make her drunk? Who knows? Mikey, Donnie, and Leo decide to track Raph because they want to give him ample chance to die before they slowly leap into action. But they do also gotta make sure that Venus doesn't wake and see them betraying her.
Sweet.
So Vammy can now accurately lock in on her heart now that it's alley hopping?
It loves me. It really loves me.
Guess her heart service signal's just too weak in the sewer. She's only got half a heart bar down there at best, and most of the time it's full-on heart roaming.
Walk this way.
I could walk that way if I drank 12 bags of ice-cold plasma.
I hope they explained to those kids the hilarious drunk joke they were saying. And Bonesteel is one with the garbage, so no change with his character since his premiere.
Here's the deal. I give you corpses back, little Stinky here, and you promise to leave me and my friends alone. Dig?
We dig.
What's happening?
All that remains is to destroy the last shinobi.
Huh?
Raphael was about to willingly give the vampires what they wanted, and once again, Bing is a huge failure.
This joke's been awfully good to us.
No, it hasn't, Dad.
Oh yeah! So long, Stinktown!
I didn't say anything.
So, Raph just proved he can hurt Van Mee by damaging the heart. Better not just keep doing that.
We should never have let Raph go by himself. Battling vampires is a group sport.
I thought it was a human problem for you not to get involved with, Leo.
Let's play!
Heart talk. Funny.
And we got worried about you, Raph.
But now that we see you've got everything under control, we'll just be moving along.
Raph could either get killed or sired by the vampires very easily right now, so yeah, definitely the time to stand around and joke about the situation. Time for another super pointless UK edit, this time cutting out a Leo ducking into a shell shot.
I like my turtle meat tender.
Hurry up!
Tender.
Miss me!
I really got nothing on this one. They even used this exact same shot flipped horizontally later in the battle, and they left it alone there on the Jetix DVD, so I don't know, I guess the episode was running 2 seconds too long? What a great action show this is.
I love being a turtle.
I love not giving a shit. Guess I just had to say the line.
I hope I land on something soft. Guess not.
The sun comes out and slightly annoys the vampires. Also, I guess if they just turn into bats, they're fine?
Things aren't going too well.
You think?
Well, you're well on the way to cancellation, so going about as well as can be hoped.
I love being a turtle.
Yeah!
I also love this daytime stealthiness! The turtles sneak back into the lair and pretend they weren't the biggest idiots ever, fooling absolutely no one. The end. Nothing is accomplished here, which yeah, really is something that can be said after just about every Next Mutation episode, but this is really trying my patience. If you're gonna have an arc, do something with it! This still feels like Act 1 of this vampire story, which is pretty pathetic after 2 episodes. It's like this was originally written as 1 episode, but someone later demanded it be stretched out to 4 and they jammed in as much annoying filler as they could. The biggest idiot of the episode was Raphael. It was pretty close with Mr. I don't care anymore Leonardo and I don't want to win Bing Boy, but Raphael was the one leading the charge on the worst possible plan of help the vampires and just give the heart to them because we give no shits. Next time on Next Mutation, Bonesteel pretends to be a chair.
You. That's why if I'm reduced to a puddle of slime, I'll be sure to take you both with me.
I didn't miss her that much.